Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Sorry it's been a while. If you're not new to the channel, something you may have noticed is I'm a fan of comic books. Another thing I'm a fan of is sports. Sport we're going to be dealing with today and in this series is going to be football. Season getting over with the Rams winning the Super Bowl. Congratulations to them. And we're going to be going through in this video in particular the team that I've decided to take through and kind of rebuild in the Madden universe and have a lot of fun. Hopefully, have you guys interact and be my assistant GMs. I'm going to be the coach on the field. I've seen a few of these videos on YouTube before, but I haven't quite seen one the way that I'm going to be doing it. And hope you guys like it. And let me know down below in the comments. And let's get started. So I've thought long and hard about this series and how I wanted to make it, and particularly the team I wanted to use. And as you can see, I'm going with the Miami Dolphins, and a lot of the off the field stuff we're not going to be getting into unless you want me to comment on it. But here we're just focusing on Madden in the video game. This is the coach that I've made and the schemes that we're going to be using. I usually prefer a 4-3 defense and multiple runs, zone run. I like it because I like the versatile lineman, field general quarterback. I look at it as a good thing. You need somebody who's going to manage the entire game. The playbooks, I like the Raiders playbook for offense. And Buffalo has I think, a good defensive playbook. They have the multiple scheme set. Um, and they can have a lot of different formations, as you can see there. Let's kind of get into why I picked the Dolphins over the other 31 teams and kind of introduce ourselves to the team. And first and foremost, we're going to be starting off with looking at the offensive side of the ball, which is where I would say I focus more of my attention on. Because for the Dolphins, I think that's the weakest part of their team. I think their defense is actually pretty good. No small part to Brian Flores' coaching. Hopefully, I can pick up that mantle and keep this team winning. We'll start under center, quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Hopefully, I got that even close to right. Um, I was never really a big fan, even in college, even before the injuries. Um, he's got a lot of talent. He just needs to bring it together and stay on the field and not get hurt. His injury being 84 on the lower side, but he is a starting caliber quarterback. We'll see if we can make things work with him, but he is still on his rookie deal. We'll set him as a captain. Kind of tells you a lot that your quarterback's not set as a captain already. Um, but he is still on his rookie deal, like I mentioned. I think he has 2 more years left. In that 2 years, if I don't think he's given us what we need and we can find somebody better, we probably will. I'm not too married to the idea. Let me know what you think at the quarterback position down below in the comments. If you have any suggestions, I'm all ears. Um, Here we can kind of see the offensive line needs quite a lot of work. We do have 2-star development players. Solomon Kindley, who, he's got some good attributes. 88 strength is not great, but there are a lot of weaknesses here. And the offensive line as a whole is just something that's going to need to be addressed, and now, especially if we expect to win, which I was always hoping for. I don't think Brian Flores ever had a losing season with the team. Um, Hopefully we can keep that trend up. As you can see, spending the upgrade points trying to get everybody in top shape, and scheme fits, which do make a big difference in terms of development. I will say the offensive line, for the most part, is on the young side, which is good if you're trying to develop but I do think we need at least two, if not three, big upgrades. Mid 60s is okay, but it's going to get your quarterback hit a lot, and if you have an injury prone quarterback, it's not going to be a good combination. And we'll get to the rest of these a little bit later. Um, Tight end, Mike Gesicki. He's a very good tight end. He's on his contract year, so we're going to have to re-sign him, and it's probably going to be for quite a lot of money. But he is somebody that I do think we can sign an extension to. He's 26. One of the top number 7 tight end in the league. So he's definitely somebody I would want to keep on the offense. You need that big security blanket kind of guy to help your quarterback get rid of the ball. And speaking of pass catchers, coming off of his rookie season this year, Jalen Waddle, very good already, a starting caliber receiver in my opinion. 97 speed, that's the eye popper for you, and 97 acceleration as well. If you get the ball into his hands, he can make a lot of good things happen. I'm interested to see what he can do in the slot, honestly. And just short routes, get him the ball, get him in open space if you can, and just hopefully watch him go all the way. Devontae Parker, who I'm actually a big fan of out of Louisville. It says he's not a starting caliber receiver here, number 42 in the league. There being 32 teams. Speed's not really elite, but he's a solid receiver all the way around. 29 is the downside because he is going to be starting to regress. Hopefully we can address that because we're probably only going to have him for 1 or 2 more years at the most. Probably through the end of his contract. I forget when it's up. Actually, we'll just look at it now. He's been his whole career with Miami. And yeah, 2 more years. So we might keep him on after that. But if he's asking for a lot, we might not be able to keep him. Running back, I think we are not suited at all. Myles Gaskin would be our top running back as of right now. That probably won't stay that way for very long. Let's go with, what are his ratings? Yeah, we'll just keep him going with the elusive. Up his overall a little bit. Hopefully awareness. Oh, speed. It's a rare one. Oh, he's got another one too. Why not? Roll the dice again. Okay, back ball carrier vision is going to be important since the CPU is going to be doing a lot of the running. What is his ball carrier vision? 84. Okay, not bad. But I definitely am going to be looking for an upgrade at running back. Let's go to the defensive side of the ball where things look a little bit better. Ooh, look at all them silver and golds. I do like seeing that. All right. Our secondary, I think we are in very good shape with Byron Jones. Corner for long time. 29. The one downside is the defense is more veteran group. Xavier Howard also 29. Both top tier players. But do we see them in the long term future? I'm not 100% certain. So do we try and trade them? See what we can get at the very least? Something to at least think about. But on the younger side of things, Javon Holland, out of Oregon, coming off of his rookie year, quite a good rookie year. Keep him a zone player and scheme fit. Oh, he's got 3. Okay. Well, we'll just keep him a zone player. Right now, the morale is affecting some people. So, yeah, I lost 1. But yeah, looks like he had a very good year. Starting, so you would hope that he would. And our other strong safety, again on the older side, Eric Rowe. Again, starting caliber player, but he is on the older side. So is he going to be big for our future? I kind of doubt it. We're probably going to have to look at safety. Defensive tackle is something that we're going to have to definitely look at as well. Raekwon Davis, he's a good backup second D tackle. D tackle 1, I'm not quite sure why they have him there. Yeah, let's reorganize it. And Jenkins, he would be a depth guy at best at this point in his career. So we're definitely going to have to look at D tackle. But things look better on the ends. We'll start with Emmanuel Ogbah. I believe, when is his contract up? I think he's in a contract year as well. He is. So we're going to have to re-sign him along with Gesicki. And that's going to be quite a bit of money for both. Him being a superstar after must have been a very good year to upgrade him to a superstar dev. Interesting. On the other side of the line, Christian Wilkins. These are both younger players. Wilkins has another year on his rookie deal, I believe. But both good end spots. And then if we can lock down the end, we can send pressure up the middle, which is how I usually like to orchestrate the line. Linebacking core, I think it's a solid set here. All younger guys. Jalen Phillips, yeah, he's in his first year. Baker, I think he's gonna be coming onto a new deal. No, signed a new deal for 3 years. Ooh, $14 million. That's quite a lot. So he'll be with us for probably quite a while. It's going to be a hard one to get out from under. And Andrew Van Ginkel, also going to be coming out of his rookie contract this year. Yeah, after this year, he's going to have his rookie deal up. So we might not be a set of the linebackers, I thought. But we got Baker and we got Phillips. We just need that third guy along the linebackers. Special teams is special teams. We definitely need to upgrade at punter. Kicker. Okay, we got a good kicker. Jason Sanders. It's not going to be costing us too much money, I don't think. Yeah, doesn't cap out over $5 million any of the years that we have him, and we have him for a long time. So we're set at kicker. That's the good news. Specialists, this will change obviously. Fuller, he's not going to be coming back on the team. I'm not going to be re-signing him. And speaking of re-signings, let's check that out next. Here we are at the re-sign player screen, and the first two are the two big ones that we talked about, Gesicki and Ogbah. Gesicki asking for $41 million a year. Ogbah asking for close to 30. Yeah, Fuller at 43.5. That's not going to happen. Coleman, I might resign Coleman for another year. Actually, I'd probably keep Needham over Coleman. I think I like the man coverage a little bit more. He loses some speed. There are drawbacks to both. But definitely either one would be third guy, I would hope, on a good secondary team. I think those are the only two people that I'm worried about re-signing would be Gesicki and Ogba. So let's go take a look at them. We'll start with the bigger one. We'll start with Gesicki. Would leave us with about $90 million in cap room. I actually want to make this a longer contract if possible. 5 years would take us to when he's 31 and starting to regress. Yeah, let's up this a little bit. And let's say $42.5 million for 5 years. You're in Miami. It's not a bad life. Okay. All right. Well, resign Gesicki. Let's see if we can do that with Ogba. He wants 3 years. I would be okay with a 3-year deal. Even, could we do 4? No, let's just stick with 3 for now. Keep it to $30 million. So he gets 10 a year. And actually, you know what? Let's even just pump this up a little bit more. 31.5. You should say yes. And we got a deal done. Okay. So we got our 2 big re-signings here. Everybody else not really interested at any of these prices. Maybe we can re-sign some more in free agency, but not right now. New for this year in Madden is going to be the staff management. I got the 108 staff management points in the previous year that I simmed through to get us to this coming off season that's about to start in 4 weeks from now. Hopefully when you see this video. If not, this is from the past and remember how good things were. So I'm probably not going to use the first 108 points. I think they might reset once the new year starts. I'm not 100% sure. But for right now, this is what our team looks like. I'm not really excited by either one of these guys. And you know what? We're just going to clean house. And we fired both offensive and defensive coordinators. So let's see what's out there. We'll start with offense. And this is kind of look at the new talent trees as well. This one is for offensive coordinator. Looks like he already has some unlocked. Pass block for tight ends by 3. I prefer the blocking ones for power. But these aren't bad. If you're a first-time coach, you do want experienced people on your staff. That's understandable. So kind of going through everybody, I think I've found a good middle. I like Jerry Patterson. Vertical zone 1, 4-3 under are 2 schemes that I like. The Saints playbook and Philly's offensive playbook. I do like those. So I don't know if that matters much in simming or anything, but I'll be calling the plays anyway. But anyway, that's who I'm going to be going with. And he comes with 51 points, to which we can use to upgrade him or anything else we see fit. So that's going to be our offensive coordinator, Jerry Patterson. And I'll focus on the defensive side of the ball, and I'll let you know when we get there. Okay, looking at the defensive side of things, I'm either down to Sammy Rios or Dennis Wilson. I like their schemes the most. It's the same ones, same defensive playbook. So I think I'm just going to go with the one I was closest to, Dennis Wilson. And that's kind of our staffing figured out. We'll get to the points and stuff. We'll just do a little bit now. Get the first couple obvious ones that you have to get out of the way. I do want to improve the offensive line as much as possible. These can wait for right now. Offensive line, definitely. And I think that'll be it for right now. We're getting the staff signed. Advanced just a week. Now we can look at retirements. Whitworth, as I expect in real life, is going to retire, having won the Super Bowl. Not too many other surprises. Although Tom Brady does appear to have not retired, Big Ben has. Eric Weddle has. Don't know why it doesn't have him on the Rams, but we'll just say he won the Super Bowl. Yeah, not too many other surprises here, other than, I guess, number 12 is coming back for another year after all. Looking at the scouting stuff, since I started somebody new, okay, well, we still got a good amount of completion on everybody. Ooh, a good prospect out of the gate, actually. But where are we picking? Let's look at the mock drafts. Alright. So yeah, this is about what it should be looking like in real life. Back to back for the Eagles. And three out of the top 20 picks for the Eagles. We're picking 29th thanks to San Francisco doing so well. Carl Burke. Safety, like I was talking about before, isn't a big need right now. I would say offensive line is probably our top need. Defensive tackle is probably our second. Actually, now that I say that, what does the game think our top need is? Right tackle, quarterback, and center are our top three. I would move quarterback to like number 4 and D tackle to third, move center up, because offensive line is, I think, our biggest problem. So I'm definitely gonna have to look through the draft at all the linemen. And we talked about this already, players to negotiate. Not really interested in re-signing anybody to any of these prices. Maybe in the free agent market, which we'll get to in probably the next video. I don't want to make this one too long. This was just supposed to be more of an introductory and setting up what things are going to look like going forward. Getting everybody's opinion on what kind of moves we should be making in free agency, because you guys can be my assistant GMs. I'll listen to anything and everything you have to say, what kind of moves you think we should do. This is as far as we're going to be getting in this episode. The free agency. Let's see who would be available. Devontae Adams. If he leaves Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers is definitely not coming back. We talked about offensive line help. Tron Armstead looking for a 2-year deal. Would that be worth it? It would be a big upgrade, but we have more needs than just that. Let's look at offensive linemen. George Fant would be an upgrade, but older, so probably just the 1 year deal he's looking for. I say that wouldn't be too bad actually. $7 million for a year of good tackle play. Or do we just let our young guys keep developing? Ted Karras also would be an upgrade, but our center, or no, this is a guard, excuse me. Guard would be, maybe we could just move him inside to center and solve that problem, because center is where we look the worst at. Matt Paradis, he would actually be a scheme fit, as would Ben Jones. So those are two good options right there. Probably lean towards signing one of them. Maybe even both of them, to be honest. They're both agile, and that's what our scheme fit is across the entire line. Ooh, David DeCastro wouldn't be a bad option. 79 overall. Also looking at Mitchell Schwartz and Morgan Moses. Both big upgrades as well as scheme fits. So it looks like in free agency we could be potentially looking at a lot of short-term fixes and hoping the draft can get us some help on the offensive line. I'm not too focused on this draft because I don't know much about the class and I don't want to drag on too long with this first few episodes. I want to get into the actually watching the games and seeing how the team performs to see what we need. Defensive tackle. We have a few options. Linval Joseph wouldn't be a bad one. Jaron Reed also wouldn't be a bad one. I would say maybe Reed would be the better bet. Honestly, you might be able to go for both of them because just with the one defensive tackle for now is not going to be enough. You need at least, or I would want at least 3, and that would give us 3 right there. Our ends look solid still, like we talked about earlier. Not a big priority. I think mainly in this free agency, what I would be leaning towards is just focusing on depth, seeing who can perform well this year in our first year and go from there. This would actually be a pretty good upgrade for us. We can move him over. Devontae Campbell, field general, 4 years, $37 million. That is quite a bit for a 29-year-old. He'd be regressing every year of that, and probably be a lot with just normal development. Super Bowl champion Von Miller is out there in free agency right now, looking at going to the Lions. In Madden, anything can happen, but that would not happen in real life unless they paid him a lot of money. This is kind of the move that you can make when you're 1 or 2 moves away from winning the Super Bowl, like the Rams did when they traded for him. But I don't see us going after any big-time free agents. Like I said, I think just mostly depth is going to be for this free agency period. If we get a chance to take a swing at somebody noteworthy, we'll take it, but I'm not expecting anything. Here we are at safeties. Not a big need for us, but depth is always good. And strong safeties here. I mainly look at who doesn't have any offers first. If you can give them a decent offer off the bat, um, more likely than anything they'll be willing to sign, and you won't have to hike up the price on anybody in particular, so you can help your team over a lot of different areas. All right, and that's kind of this free agency class here. Um, a lot of high end guys, but like I said, that's not really going to be our moves unless you can see something I'm not seeing. Oh, yeah, running back also would be a big need for us, I would think. We didn't quite look at quarterbacks as well. Is there anything there? Not really anybody to be excited about. And running backs, there are a couple options that would be upgrades. I like Rashad Penny. I don't think he quite got the workload he deserved when he was in Seattle. Jamal Williams as well. Both would be upgrades in a thin running back position for us, with Melvin Gordon being the top guy, looks like. Let's sort of end this by looking at what the trade market is going to look like. Trade block, not anybody under center worth anything. Kareem Hunt would be a big upgrade. Tony Pollard, who I really like. I think he should be Dallas's number one guy, but they're already paying Zeke so much they kind of have to go that direction. Still on his rookie deal. He would have another year on his rookie deal. But then you'd have to pay him after that, which I would consider. He would be a big time upgrade for us. At receiver, nobody over 72, so not worth mentioning. Tight end, we just signed Gesicki, so we really just need a number 2 guy, which we can get probably for cheaper in free agency. Offensive line is what I wanted to look at the most here. Not really seeing much to be interested in. So it looks like as far as the offensive line goes, either free agency or hope for a good draft. But in previous Maddens, it's been hard to get offensive linemen through the draft that are really worth anything. Going to D-tackle, we do have Matthew Ioannidis available from Washington. He's a top guy. He would be our best D-tackle by quite a good margin. How big is his contract? Oh, it's up after this year. $8.25 million. If the price would be right trade-wise, I would consider it. Especially since I don't think we're going to be making too many picks in this draft. Maybe a later pick could do it for us. If not, then we would just have to go with free agent market. The only one really I caught my eye was Preston Smith. But I think that's $20 million for a year, and then he probably walks after that. I would assume the price would just be too high to get him. And we're not in a win now year. We're in a more of a maybe make the playoffs, keep our job kind of year. So that's going to be it for looking at this setup for our season so far. If you see anything in the free agent market or trade market that you liked, let me know in the comments down below, and we'll look at it in our next video, which should be coming out hopefully pretty soon. I want to thank you all for watching. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Until then, have a good time.